It was one of those glorious winter mornings Sydney's famous for. Blue skies, a crisp wind and a lemon sun greeted 80 golfers from the Perouse local Aboriginal Land Council for its charity golf day at the New South Wales Golf Club. The course itself is one of the most beautiful in the country, nestled inside the Botany Bay National Park, bordered by the rugged Pacific Ocean coast. The link-style course is ranked 5th in Australia and 33rd in the world. Chair of the Perouse local Aboriginal Land Council, Marcia Ella Duncan says her community has a very deep connection with the area.
Both the ancient sort of connection to the area, but it also has very strong contemporary significance as well. Most of our families, have either played golf here or we've collected golf balls here to raise money. We fish all around the headlands, so there'd be very few people with a connection to Perouse that don't have a connection to this particular area.
The contemporary connection Marcia speaks of has seen many generations of the Perouse Aboriginal community work as caddies or go pilling. Pilling is when people collect golf balls from around the golf course for money. Uncle Noel Timbery started caddying and pilling from the age of 12 in the early 1940s.
Like a bit of pocket money for us, like in them days, the 40s, it was hard to get money. I used to come up here and caddy Saturdays and Sundays and make a bit of money, and like them days was only like $5 bob a round, so today they're getting $250 a round, so it's a lot different.
CEO of Perouse LALC Chris Ingrey says Uncle Noel was one of the early trailblazers on the course, setting the scene for generations to come.
Everyone from Perouse would spend their childhood days up here, camping, fishing, whether it was for hunting or getting bush tucker up this way. A lot of the men in our older generations would work up here. It was one of their first jobs was to be a caddy here at the New South Wales Golf Club. So it's quite important for us. And from the early 80s, our Aboriginal men in our community started the New South Wales Aboriginal Golf Day here. So once a year they'll have a golf event where Aboriginal people from all over New South Wales would come here and spend the day like we are today.
Perouse community member Garvey says he and his friends and relatives have very fond memories of their childhoods at the club.
When we play golf up here, we don't talk about the golf. We talk about the old memories that we used to have. We used to go fishing down at Pussycat Bay. We used to go across there and camp overnight. And then we used to earn our pocket money by coming up here caddying and then going out pilling, finding golf balls, selling it back to the golfers or selling it to the club here. We used to earn enough money to go 3 or 4 times to the Easter show, and that's why Marcia was always jealous, because we wouldn't share with her.
The Royal Easter Show was a particular event that they would work very hard for sometimes months actually, to get some money together. So we would go to the Easter show, there'd be probably 7, 8, maybe 9 kids with mum and dad, and of course there was not a lot of money to go around. But 3 or 4 of my older brothers would go with a pocket full of cash because they'd been pilling for weeks. And we'd come home with 2 sample bags each, or show bags each. And my brothers would come home with armloads, so they'd be eating chocolate for weeks, I tell you.
Uncle Noel says the girls weren't allowed to go pilling and it wasn't acceptable for women to caddy, so they found other ways to earn a few bob down at the wharf.
Kids used to go diving for money. Sundays was a perfect day. They had the boat running to Kernell on the wharf there, and so like all the girls, mostly all the girls used to dive for money.
Like searching for it?
Yeah, the people throw money in the water and dive for it.
And the community's connections didn't start or end with the golf club. The first inlet inside the bay was Cruey Cove, also known as Pussycat Bay. Chris Ingrey says Pussycat Bay is a highly significant place.
An Aboriginal man called Cruey once camped down the back at this cove, which is now called Cruey Cove. And he was a Gadigal man who saw the first fleet arrive in Sydney Harbour and him and his family eventually camped here in the 1790s and beyond. What's special is that our people, our community and our families have always used this area, known as Pussycat to us, for surfing, diving, fishing, and our mob would get abalone, lobster and all types of seafood from this spot, and have family days too, so people would come along with their family and spend the day here, whether it was surfing, diving and eating seafood, so it's quite a special place for us.
The New South Wales Golf Club employed caddies from the Perouse community for decades, but employment dried up from the 1970s when golf carts started replacing people on courses. That's all changing now, and caddies are back in flavour. Uncle Noel Timbery says the whole golf industry has completely changed over the last half century.
Just carrying a bag and watching the golf balls, and yeah, that's all it was. Yeah. Not like today, the professional today. You got to have brains like anything, you know, to be a professional golfer, caddy. Yeah.
Garvey Ella says the new caddy program will help continue some of the great traditions that his community continues to share: sport, fresh air, sunshine, and the ocean.
There's a lot of things that bind this community, and sport is probably the biggest one, whether it's rugby league, rugby union, touch football, cricket. But golf's that one that we can always compete together. You know, the oldies can play with the young guys, and it's amazing to get a lot of the older players. They're always teaching the younger guys, and they're going around and not worried so much about their game, but they're passing on hints and tips them about where to put people's feet, where they should be aiming. And it's really great that the oldies are still out there doing that.